Is there a link between premature ejaculation and erectile dysfunction? What's up, motherfuckers? David Stamina in the house here, and I've been helping guys overcome PE and ED for many years now, and I know for a fact that there's a very strong correlation between erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation. So in this video we're gonna take a look at the studies. I'm gonna talk about what I see with my clients. We're gonna talk about the causes for PE and erectile dysfunction and what you can do about it. So first, the studies. Let's take a look at a study which reviewed papers between 1996 and 2024 on ED and PE. And let's see what the results are. So here's the study. The correlation between premature ejaculation and a high incidence of erectile dysfunction and its research progress in narrative review. So what they did is, like I said, they reviewed papers between 1996 and 2024 on erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation. And basically, very simply, what they found is that there is a very close interrelationship between PE and ED, and a vicious cycle may exist between them two. This cycle of mutual influence may lead to the mutual aggravation and persistence of both sexual dysfunctions. So again, what they did is they reviewed a lot of papers between 1996 and 2024 on erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation, and yes, they found a very strong correlation. To be exact, about 30% of all men with erectile dysfunction have also PE. And about 50% of men with PE have also ED. And talking about my clients, I can confirm there's a very strong correlation between erectile dysfunction and premature ejaculation, as in they come together very often. At least in 50% of cases of guys who are coming to me with premature ejaculation, they also have some form of erection problems. It might be losing erection mid-sex, it might be losing erection right before penetration, or they can't get it up at all. And there are many different causes for it. Sometimes it's very psychological, sometimes it's very physical, genetic, and very often it's a combination of those two. So let's talk about the causes of erectile dysfunction first. First, age. Of course, the older you get, the less reliable will be your erection. There are psychological causes like stress or anxiety. For example, some guys have a very strong anxiety reaction, and anxiety plays a huge role in erectile dysfunction because it releases adrenaline and noradrenaline, or for Americans, norepinephrine, which basically makes your erection collapse. Other causes are diseases, side effects of medications, drug abuse, of course, venous leak. And there's another cause which very seldomly is talked about, which is partners mismatch. Again, people don't like to talk about it, but sometimes it's just your partner. Either you don't find the partner actually sexually attractive, or there's something off, some mismatch in your chemistry. In Germany we say I can smell him. Like there's something about the energy which just isn't conducive to erection. For example, the partner can have some stressful or nervous energy. It can be also a mismatch in sex drive, where the woman, for example, has a lower sex drive and she kind of rejects sex very often, or she is kind of reluctant to it. It can cause anxiety in the partner and make all erections collapse, just as an example. And the general approach is, of course, to find the cause and remove it if possible. If it's not possible, ED drugs are still possible, right? Or other things. And I've worked with all kinds of different clients, and it's always very individual. The situations are similar, but they're still different. Like I said, sometimes it's just psychological and can be removed pretty quickly. Sometimes it's age and genetics, and sometimes you need to help out with cock rings or ED drugs, especially the older you get. It doesn't have to be the full dose, a microdose is very often enough. And medication for PE is usually very problematic because most of the time it will improve PE but worsen your ED and lower your sex drive. And sometimes erectile dysfunction itself can kind of indirectly lead to premature ejaculation. Sometimes it happens because guys need to overcompensate with stimulation just to get hard. So they stimulate more visually or physically, and what it does is just basically accelerate your orgasm and moves you closer to orgasm. So after getting ED you might experience PE as well. So that's one of the reasons why you can get PE after getting ED. Now let's talk about the causes for PE. We need to distinguish between lifelong and acquired premature ejaculation. For lifelong PE, it's usually the sensitive glands, lower serotonin levels, hyperarousability, basically genetics that you cannot control or change. But that doesn't mean that you need to accept short lasting times. There are always ways to last longer for guys with lifelong premature ejaculation. I'm an example myself. Okay, causes for acquired premature ejaculation are simple. It can be side effect of medications, it can be drug abuse, it can be going off antidepressants and SSRIs, or diseases. So what does it mean for you if you have premature ejaculation and erectile dysfunction? Both. Do this. Step number 1 is find the cause, because if you find it, then very often you will be able to remove it. Or if not remove it, then dance around it and still get what you want. Step number 2, work on it. Remove the cause if possible. Sometimes with acquired PE it's pretty easy, removable. With lifelong premature ejaculation it's a little bit different. You cannot remove it, you cannot change your genes, but you can dance around it and you definitely can find a way to have a long, great sex. And that's the mindset. Very important to understand. In every single case, no matter what combination of PE or ED you have, in every single case, there's a great satisfying solution to make you have amazing long sex with a great erection. But it's very individual. You need to find a way. So if you need help with this, just book a free call through a link in the description. We're gonna go through your situation, see what's possible, what are the causes, and most importantly, see if I can help you. And as soon as I see, yes, I can help you, then we can start the coaching and make you a sex machine. Yeah. And I'll see you in the next video.